Hello everyone, Kara's here. I'm still in Sedona for about another week. I go back to Southern California and then I'm not sure where I'll be. This whole nomadic lifestyle is awesome. It's challenging, but those of you who are going through the same thing, and I know that there are some of you, if you ground into it the way you would ground into a place, if you ground into the nomad, then it works out and it's awesome. So don't freak out if it's happening to you. So I want to talk to you guys about the moon in Scorpio, which just is happening today. Today is August 14th. And I'm not a huge astrology person. I don't really understand it. I'm not an expert. So the things that I'm telling you are not because I have a lot of knowledge in the way that the astrological reality lines work. I know that what's happening up there is reflecting what's happening down here. So if you understand it, it can be kind of a handbook for what you're going through and an assist. But I know there's no causal factor either way. So what I will say is that I do feel the shifts happen, and then later often I find out why, and it makes all the sense. And I said, oh, well, now I get it. Thank you. So it's nice for me to keep up on what's going on to some extent, as much as I understand it, but it doesn't really stick in my head, except this time it's very intense. So the moon went into Scorpio today, and today's a first quarter moon. So those of you who are trying to manifest stuff, get on it, because the moon's waxing. We're still having all the crazy sun stuff, which a lot of you guys are probably feeling. And so what happened yesterday was that, well, first my cat brought me a scorpion, and I have never seen a live scorpion in person, like up in my face before. I'm sure I've seen them in displays at zoos and nature preserves and stuff, but never, oh, here's a scorpion. Let's see what happens with it. And so the energy of it was very unique, and it was very sharp, intense, powerful, and something that I'm not usually comfortable with, because I am more of the let's all hang out and snuggle kind of mentality, rather than I'm gonna get in here and figure some stuff out and fiddle with some stuff and move things around in a way that is sharp, like a scalpel, which is what I feel like scorpion energy is, because I'm studying the scorpion for hours and feeling its energy and seeing what comes through. So in the beginning, as someone who is a light worker, which you got to watch out for that, because in the light worker field, in the new agey field, there's all kinds of racism. There's racism against certain entities. There's racism against certain star tribes. So you have to be careful when you're a light worker to not go into fear and, oh my gosh, you are XYZ label, you're evil, and I have to protect myself from you, and I have to attack you, because that happens. No one wants to talk about it, but it does. But that I don't really have that much of an issue with, because I've been raised in a situation where I have dealt with racism my entire life on a 3D level. So it's easier for me to see that it's stupid on a non-3D level. And I will, however, admit to being nervous when I feel internally aspects come up that are sharper, scarier, can get more intense, can be dangerous if not utilized correctly. Because we've all been on both sides of the coin, and the people who are the movers and shakers are always the movers and shakers, and that's all of you guys, because that's why we're here, all of us. And so it has been pointed out to me many times, well, if you're here to help with the ascension, you helped with the fall too. It's all part of the project. So when we talk about the fall like it's something that happened to us, well, yeah, it did, after we chose to do it. So let's not get too dualistic there and be like, oh, the fall is bad, ascension is good. The fall was painful and ascension feels great, but it was all to make us conscious creator beings in a different way than we had when we first came here. Hence the biblical stuff where they explained how you could get it, because if you want to understand duality and be able to create within the realm of duality, which is what this 3D stuff is, along with some other stuff, then you have to experience duality, which means the good and the bad, you know. So anyway, when I feel that stuff come up, because I have definitely had lifetimes, I've said in other videos, I've been tortured in the witch trials and the Inquisition, and I've also been an inquisitor. I know that I have. I remember that. And so choosing what to do with this power you have, choosing what to do with the knowledge that you've accumulated is important. And you can't just go around on autopilot all the time. So when, for instance, you feel this energy of Scorpio rolling in, because the Scorpion's up in your face, and also because I was feeling sharpness, analytical, not judgmental, like angry at anyone, just very able to see things in a way that's more critical and discerning, but not in a lovely, let me talk about all your awesome aspects way, but more with a scalpel. Look, let me cut this and cut that, and let me look at this and see, is this something that I want to know? And very like insect-like, very, very computery, versus where I usually am, which is like all heart and lower chakras and upper chakras and that kind of thing. So first it scared me a little, and I didn't know what it was. And then when the Scorpion came in, I looked up Scorpion and saw that the moon's going into Scorpio today. So I said, okay, well, as with all things, this is just raw energy. Nothing's good or evil except thinking makes it so, you know? And so all you have to do is look at the actual energy without projecting a value judgment on it and see what to do with it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm running around and slashing people with my energy. Heck no, I don't want to do that. Not only because it's not the right thing to do, but for selfish reasons, because that stuff comes back around. I would love to live in an awesome world full of people that I adore and who adore me and who are doing crazy, amazing things. So it's in my best interest, selfishly, to make sure that any aspect of myself that other people experience, if it affects them at all, makes them more awesome. And that's selfish, but I don't care, because I still think it's okay. So then what to do with this energy? Well, the main thing I think that I have been practicing and that I would recommend that you guys try out is just feel it, sit with it, and use it when it's needed. It's like a knife. You can use a knife to chop up a tomato, or you can use a knife to chop up a person, but it's just a knife. So not even getting in the more controversial things like guns and stuff like that. Knife could kill someone and kill them quite dead. But most people, all people I know, I don't know anyone who doesn't own a knife, a big fat knife in their kitchen that they use to cut big stuff. So kind of see it like that and accept it when it's coming in. Utilize it if you need it. I'm not saying go slash anyone. I'm just saying be discerning, use it to zoom in. So it's like more like a laser than like a wide angle flashlight, the soft light. You know what I'm trying to say. And I think that's what you should do with the Scorpio energy. That's what I'm doing with the Scorpio energy. And I think it's super interesting and it's fun to play with. Be careful about the ripples that you cause, though. Keep your intentions pure as far as creating the world that you want to live in, especially when you're in your space of impatience, insecurities, judgment, and discernment. Because discerning is just a step away from negative judgment, which is just a step away from all kinds of nasty things that we've experienced on this planet, that we're trying to graduate from into a much more awesome and cohesive lifestyle as a species. So, on that note, let me give you a view, and then I'll let you go. Let's see. So this is where I am. Check it out. Awesome. Yeah. Hopefully you guys get the vibes of this place. Oh, some nice cloud chips over there. Check them out. Yeah. And go in peace. Have a marvelous day. And I'll talk to you again very soon.